Welcome, bratans, to another episode of Slavik Crypto from my studio, extra for you. Next to me, the Eiffel Tower. So we will speak today about is the bottom in, and I explain you again. I already explained it in my videos the past weeks. Is the bottom in or not? And I explain you exactly why I think the bottom is in or not. I explain you exactly technically what I'm thinking, and we will speak obviously what is happening here with Bitcoin. We saw a huge pump yesterday, this pump, and this was the pump breakout of this descending broadening wedge. We broke out. So here you see, is this right now this huge pump which we are waiting for. And we're speaking also about Jerome Paul, Logan Paul, because yesterday he had a speech and the dollar dips, as Paul says, rate hikes may slow down. So what this means, this and more, we will speak in this episode. So stay here with me, hit the like button if you appreciate the videos, if you appreciate my my studio, and let's go in the charts. And yes, we're starting first where we are going right now. Wait for a minute. We will speak about is the bottom in or not. So right now, for my day traders, because this is very important, we see descending broadening wedge, we see breakout. Technically speaking, right, I will increase it. Technically speaking, we have to measure from the top to the last touch point of the bottom, and this is our price target. So we saw breakout. So if this right now is a valid price breakout, our technical price target is $23,000, right? So this could be a very nice long opportunity for us with 40%, thanks to 40%, 20x average, 80%, right? So this is amazing, right? It looks amazing. It is amazing. And let's zoom in and watch what could happen in the immediate short term, right? So in the immediate short term, when we speak about the bottom, 1 minute, in the immediate short term, if we are watching right now, we see here we could speak here about a bull flag, right? I mean, it's not a too much nice bull flag, but I mean, for some people call this a bull flag, right? I mean, you see it maybe even better on the 1 hourly, like this, you see. So yes, it looks like a bull flag, and technically the price target of this bull flag would be, if the pessimistic price target around 17,500, which perfectly fits in with our past, because here, based on the past, we see here, wait a minute, we see here some resistance coming in at 17,500. You see, previous it was resistance, and here it was support and resistance here. So it perfectly fits in with our historical movement. So right now, where is a long or a short opportunity? So in my opinion, this is very clear. Right now, if we're zooming in on the 15-minute, we see right now here, wait a minute, we see right now that we are breaking this line to the upside. Very important right now. If in case, I mean, we could go into long right now. In my opinion, this is too dangerous. Why? Because if we are pulling out our RSI, then we see right now we are neutral on the 15-minute. However, on the 1 hourly, we are heavily overbought, and on the 4 hourly, we are heavily overbought. And right now, what I want to show you, because this is very important, bratans, make sure you have this indicator. It's absolutely for free. It's also not my indicator, so it's not advertisement, but this is an amazing indicator. This indicator called dump money, smart money. And as soon as this indicator showing us this red line above, this means dump money thinking they have to buy in right now. The blue line is smart money. So smart money is right now pulling out, right? Pulling out the money, or how I should say it. Like, my English is not the best, doesn't matter. So right now, what it means, as soon as we see this red line going down, this means we will see, according to this technical analysis, we will see a pump, because this dump money that thinks if this line is down that we will go even lower. If this line is up, it means dump money thinks we will go higher. So what happens? We see dump, right? You understand? So that means on the 15-minute, on the 1 hourly, and on the not on the 4 hourly, but 1 hourly. So immediate short term. This means immediate short term. 1 hourly, the red line is above. On the 15-minute, the red line is clearly above. So that means in the immediate short term, we could see here a cool down. And what speaks also for the cool down, I explain you what speaks also for the cool down. And wait a minute, in a second we will speak about the bottom. Is the bottom in or not? Because this is what I have to explain you from the start. So I expecting here that we will see further dump. Why? I explained you smart money, dump money, and what we have to watch, Bratan, what is very important to watch is the S&P 500, because S&P 500 pumped like Elon Musk's Tesla to the moon, and we see we are heavily overbought on the 15-minute. We are heavily overbought on the 1 hourly. You see, we are heavily overbought on the 4 hourly. So we have to cool down. This is another indicator which speaks that we will see in the immediate short term a cool down. It's not a guarantee. However, all the indicators speaking in the immediate short term that we could short here. And also we see here we had the touch point here on this support line, touch point, but never had here touch point. So I expecting here that we see a cool down at least to 4,031 or even to 3,945. And what means S&P 500 is leading indicator. If S&P 500 is dumping, then Bitcoin is also going down, right? Not to toilet, but going down. And what it means, we could see here in the immediate short term, Bitcoin dumping down, because everyone is right now bullish, and this is also a good sign that it's not a good sign, or this is also right that everyone is bullish. And why, I'll tell you in a second. But in the immediate short term, I expecting here cool down. And if S&P 500 are going down, I expecting also Bitcoin going down. So this will be right now, in my opinion, a short opportunity, especially if you're breaking 70,040, because you see here a lot of support coming in. And if we break 70,040, we can immediately start to short down. I'm already in a short. So first price target is 60,900. The next one will be 6,738, and the next line would be at 60,650. So 2.4%, 10x 24%, 20x 48% short opportunity. And if we see this dump to this support line, then I'm very, very sure, or I have to say it a different way. If we see dump in the S&P 500 to this support line, then I 100% expecting that Bitcoin will also retest this support line, this support white line, which is based on past support. We had a huge breakout to the upside, but never had here a retest of this support line. So this is what I'm expecting in the immediate short term. So this could be a nice short opportunity for us, right? But let's zoom right now in and zoom out and speak about the big picture. By the way, why we saw the pump yesterday, because, or in the last days, the dollar dips, as Paul says, rate hikes may slow down. And it's very important that you understand it. The DXY, this is the dollar, right? And the dollar, what we see is happening with dollar. Wait a minute, where is it? Where it's not, why I don't see this line? Where is it? Wait a minute, 1 second. Blood. Okay, I had here drawn a line, but there is no line. Or it was on the daily. Yes, it was on the daily. Yeah, it's very clear here that if the dollar is rising, what it means. If dollar is rising, we see Bitcoin dumping, because the dollar is more valuable. And big investor, big institution running into the dollar because it's a safe haven. If the dollar is dumping, the people, or not the institutions, but the people going into assets. And also, I mean, not necessarily, but it means also if the dollar is has a less value, so Bitcoin is growing up. I hope you understand, or is going up. I hope you understand. It's not every time like that, but this is a very good sign if you're watching the DXY. If the dollar is dumping, usually the stock market, the Bitcoin crypto market, a little bit pumping. This is very nice to see. And you see here also, since we broke down this line to the downside, we saw Bitcoin pumped, right? I mean, not a big pump, but we saw Bitcoin. Yeah, it's not the best thing to see, but you see here we saw Bitcoin pumped, right? I mean, it's not the big pump, but Bitcoin pumped. So in the big picture, on the weekly, what I want to share with you right now, not on the weekly, yes, on the weekly, is this the bottom which we are right now in, and will we see here pump? And it's very, very easy, in my opinion, to find is the bottom in or not, because what we have to see just the rate hikes of the Fed. So, and this is federal fund rate 62-year history, right? What the fuck? What is this, blood? So this is very interesting because based on the past, you see here when the rate hikes, when they started to go slowing or going down with the rate hikes to 0.05%. It was in March 2020. What happened? March 30th March 2020. What happened? You see here, Huyak, 30 March 2020. This was the bottom of the previous bear market. And since then, we saw Bitcoin, Huyak, going to the moon to 69K. So the bottom is not right now in, because obviously, look where the rate hikes right now. We are 3.83% according to this statistic. So we will see a clear bottom in when the Fed will pivoting. It was like here. If Fed will pivoting, if the rate hikes going down to nearly zero, then this will be the exact bottom based on the past. My opinion, not financial advice, but I'm very technical guy, you know. So, bratans, this is very, very clear. However, what could happen right now? We could see right now still a pump. We could still see a pump at least here, like I told you, to 23K, right? So this would be a nice long opportunity, or we could even see a pump easily, which would go to 30K easily. Why? People saying right now this would be a pump of 70%. This is not possible. Okay, you know what? We could even go here to 35K. It would be pump of 100%. Now, everyone, maybe you're stopping the video right now. You're going crazy. But yes, this could easily happen. And why could this easily happen? I show you here this line again. I have to make the opacity a little bit brighter. So this line, you see, it's a big support line based on 2020. You see support, and resistance. So this is a big resistance around 35 for 535K. And this would be a pump of over 100%, right? And in the past, what happened? Here you see what happened in the past. We had also here, we had a huge dump, right? Then all the people thought this is the bottom. Then we had a huge pump. We had the pump over 324%. And what happened right after? We saw Huyak. We saw this huge dump, right? Where we nearly reached the previous bottom, right? So we went from 30,800 to as low as 3,950. So what could happen right now? In the big picture, we could see a pump to 35K, and right after we could see a dump to 16K or even to 7,500. This could easily happen. I just want to prepare you guys. So we could make a lot of profits on this pump, but right now, even if we have a pump to 35K, this will not be the bottom. The bottom, in my opinion, is if the Fed is pivoting, and this will we see here very clear. Right now, it's not the time to see a huge pump, right? I mean, if they're starting to pivoting, we could see a pump. Then we see after a dump, and then when the hike is going to zero, then I'm expecting here a huge pump again, or we're going back into bull market. So right now we are not going back to bull market, but we could see easily pump to even 30K. And for us day traders is right now important. Like I told you, in the immediate short term, I'm expecting in the immediate mid short term that we will see dump, because you see dump money thinks we are going to the upside. You see they are very bullish dump money right now, and the institutions they're laughing about, they will collect all blood, they will collect all with the shorts, they will liquidate all this dump money. This is what I'm expecting, and not 100% sure, because it's not certainty, it's probabilities, you know. So therefore I'm expecting here a dump. However, obviously, if I would say if we break 70,220 with a clear 15-minute candle, then we can expect a huge pump, right? A further pump into the market. But on the daily, if we're watching on the daily, on the descending broad new wedge, so we could easily retesting here this this white line before we see another pump to the upside. So we could see here easily a dump to 16,150. It would be 5.5%, thanks to 55%, 20 exception, 110 short opportunity. So on the 15-minute, it's very clear. It's perfectly fits also here with this with our white line. So 60,600, and then the next stop would be here around. Wait a minute, where is it? Around 60,200. You see 6,200 and 6,100. So First stop, what I expecting, like I told you here, this white line 6,650. The next would be 6,250 and 6,100. We could easily see a dump before we see further going to the upside. Obviously, if we're breaking again inside of this descending broadening wedge, then we will see even a bigger dump, and Bitcoin could go as low as 8,400. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I am right now, I show you also, right now also in a short. Wait a minute. Here I show you my short, which is right now $220 in profits with $100,000 in contract size. So this looks right now amazing. Obviously, if I see a turning point in the market, I will immediately start to long Bitcoin and closing my short. So right now, this is very clear in my opinion. If Bitcoin further dumping, we can also short Ethereum. If Bitcoin is pumping, we can long Ethereum. So very clear in my opinion. If we're breaking here to the upside of 17,220, then we can start to long Bitcoin, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the price tag is 70,500. So could be 1.6%, 10 60%, 20 32%. However, like I explained you, I expecting here a dump in the market. And don't forget, Bratan, if you also want to trade on BitGet, for example, on BitGet you get right now $8,000 for free after your initial deposit, and on Bybit you get at the moment $30,030 for free after a certain amount of initial deposit, and you get free access to my Discord and Telegram channel if you're trading through my affiliate link, where I give you this all information beforehand, because it's just faster, right? So in my opinion, it's very clear. Please write down below, what do you think about it? Thank you everyone for watching. This was a very valuable video. Hit the like button if you like it. I kiss you and I see you later.